stay tuned. I got a feeling we're killing an elk tonight. Second rifle season. I'm about halfway to where I want to be. It's cold, super cold. The snow is super crunchy, like you can't. There's no sneaking around, you know. You'll hear you coming from a mile away, but that's what we're up against. Here shortly, I'm gonna make my way to the final destination, but I'm gonna catch my breath, probably take a sip of water, and then carry on. So, we'll see you in a little bit. Here we go. Alright guys, I made it to my spot. I am winded, sweaty. It's gotta be like at least 50 degrees right here already in the sun. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of unpack some stuff here. And Biggie sent me a text. He's seen a bull and a cow where he's at. So hopefully he can make a move on them. I'm too far away from him to go help him. But I'm gonna sit here for a few hours, have a little breakfast, and then come up with a game plan for the afternoon. So we'll see what happens. Nice spot. Take a look. There's a lot of sign in this area here. A lot of sign. All this kind of goes downhill. You know, goes down into a valley and then back up that far side. But there's a lot of sign in this section of aspen, which is really thick. So you can't really sit in it to hunt, but maybe if something's moving through, I might be able to spot them. I've also got kind of the same thing over here. So we'll see what happens. I've done about as much glassing as I can do in this spot, and I haven't seen anything. So I'm gonna pack up camp here, and I'm gonna move one ridge over. There's just a lot of sign down here, but not seeing anything. Alright guys, I'm making a little move. One sitting up there on that ridge top. Back by me, there's another one right here. Up here. I'm gonna make my way to do a little more glass, and if I don't see nothing, hate to do it, but I might have to go way down there. If I do, I'll be leaving my backpack because I had to strip off like all my clothes pretty much because it was bitter cold this morning, but I definitely overdressed. So I'm down to the very minimal layers that I got. I'm making my way through this little valley. I'm gonna pop up on the other side and I'm gonna sit there for about an hour or so and just do some heavy glassing. You know, see if I spot something. If not, I'm gonna come back down. I'm gonna work this ravine down. It's gonna suck coming out of there because it's all uphill, but I gotta lay eyes on the elk. Stay tuned. Made it to this spot. I was up and over there. I stopped here quick, but where I'm at here, behind this tree cover is really nice, and I could offer up this, all this. But my wind is kind of coming across like that. So if anything makes her way through here, I should be good. I'm gonna give this spot a couple hours, and if I don't see nothing, I'm going down. I think it's a good spot to settle in for a couple hours. It's only about 11:30 right now. I've got a long time yet. It's a cesspool of elk, crap, everything else, so they definitely travel through here. I guess it's just one of them right place, right time things. But there's elk out here. Biggie spotted a nice big 5x5 with a cow this morning, so we'll get the story from him when we get back to camp. But for now, I'm going to settle in here for a bit and do a little glassing. So, alright guys, so I made another move. I was over there, and now I'm here. Over that way, there's a couple people glassing. Maybe like 2 miles away or so, and I'm gonna be glassing down here. Set up on this rock right here, and watch that. Watch this timber. Watch over here. I flip the camera around for you guys so you can see better. Basically, I'm gonna be glassing all that fallen timber, some of that stuff there. Just there's snow there, so I might be able to see some movement. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but it's getting close to the end of the day. But there's a big bull bugling down there. So I heard the bull bugling. I was set up way over there, a couple 100 yards. He's bugling down in this popple timber. I mean, it's so thick, I can't even make a move on him because I'll get busted. There's a bunch of cows down there. I think there's more than one bull, but there's a heavy trail. I mean, this is awesome right here. All these popples, but I don't know if you guys can hear them or not, but there's at least 2 bulls in there with a bunch of cows. I just can't get any closer than what I am because, you know, they're going to spot me. So I'm hoping they come out and do a little bit of an opening here. Like that opening there. It's about 300 yards. I'll take that shot. Or if they get closer here, like 150. But they're moving closer. They went up that way, but now they're coming closer to me. Brett, he made his way down through here. And he's down there a little lower. He can't see real well, so we were just texting. He might come back up. I want him to come this way towards me. But them bulls are right there. It's just hard to see where he's at. But there's at least 2. There we go. 1 and 2. Coffee rolling. Stayed nice and warm in camp last night. Due to the heating arrangements, we got 2 of these babies on a load. Alright guys, day 2. We had a pretty exciting end to day 1. I got a lot of the footage on my big camera, but I really had to lighten the load, so I brought the GoPro in. I'm back here like 2 miles from camp, and it's not an easy task walking back here. I feel like I'm getting adjusted to the altitude, but it's still not hard to climb, or it's not easy to climb, 1,000 feet vertical in this high altitude. There's not enough oxygen. But we put a bull to bed last night. He was bugling, and we got an idea right where he was at last night. I heard him bugling once this morning on my walk in, pretty much the same area. But when we walked in, I was this close to dropping a bull, guys. We were 3/4 of the way back to camp, and there was a bull with a cow that were cutting across the ridge top. And by the time I seen him and could register what was going on, I laid the scope on him and he went up and over the ridge, and that was it. I actually ran up there. I didn't know if they'd seen us or not, but I ran up there and was going to try to kill him. But I found his track in the snow, but there was no sign of him. So we're back on day 2. Biggie seen a big bull with a cow and a calf. I seen a couple bulls with cows. So I just got into the spot where I want to sit the morning, and I may have to make an adjustment for the afternoon. I don't know. But I'm where I need to be. My wind's kind of blowing right down where the elk are at, but I'm hoping with the sun coming up and the thermals rising, they shouldn't catch my wind if they're down below me. I may have to move in closer to him, but I'll show you where he's at. All these real thin timbers here, they go for miles. They go for miles. It's real thin poplar type stuff, right? There's no way to get inside of that without getting seen. If you try to get in there and kill them, you almost have to be right on the outside of it, or where I'm at now, up above it, to be able to see some movement and shoot down into it. Like that opening right there is about a 500-yard shot, give or take. I'll take that shot if an opportunity presents itself. We were this close yesterday. So I'm gonna get off here and start doing a little glassing. So see what happens. Alright, that big bull's awake. He's down in there bugling, right where we left him last night. I mean, he sounds like Godzilla down there. I don't know if you guys can hear him. He's getting closer. Oh, God. To experience this in real life is just, I can't put a word on it. He's right in there. Now, I could try to get down there. I might have to. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Alright, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna start doing some glassing. I feel like them elk have settled down. So I moved back up the ridge. From where I was. And I'm gonna have a little snack. guys aren't going to believe this, but you might. I ran back down here because them elk were starting to bugle again. Two guys on horseback coming down through here. Looked like maybe a hunter and a guide. One guy was in orange with a gun, the other one wasn't. Came right down through here. I mean, right where the elk were bugling. I don't know if they're trying to shoot one off the horse or what, but I'd rather have that than a four-wheeler or something cruising through, but still. It definitely affected my hunt for the rest of the night. But I got a hot meal, so I'm happy. So this is a steep drop-off. Watering hole. Them elk have been right on the other side of that next hill all morning. They were down here. Right here's where them guys and the horses just come through. They know I'm here though, because I stood out on this point and made my presence known, but wasn't happy about that. But hopefully they just keep going that way. I mean, I'm sitting in elk crap. Crazy. Stay tuned. I got a feeling we're killing an elk tonight. Well, Biggie found me. Finally.
Got the jerky.
He was on that ridge. I had to call him, tell him he had to come one more over, but he made his way. We're gonna have a little lunch here and create a game plan for the evening. So he can see that side of the ridge that I can't see. I'm gonna stay here and watch over all this. And then Brett, our third man, he's about 600 yards that way, covering the stuff I can't see here even. So that's the game plan for the afternoon. Fingers crossed, guys. I feel like something's gotta happen tonight. I know it's only the second night, but man, we're right on top of them. So I made the decision to get closer. So I gotta get down this friggin' landslide. Check this out. A lot of elk sign in here. Look at this crap. I gotta get down here. I have to. You guys look at this elk traffic. This is all elk right here. I mean, all the way through here. But this is all elk traffic. So they obviously like this area. My body is tired. I just came from way up there. And I gotta walk back up there. I'm hoping when I'm walking back up there, I got a big chunk of elk meat in my backpack. I lost Biggie, so I'm kinda on a solo mission down here, but I'm hoping to be able to record something if I get some elk coming through this little meadow. I still may have to move yet. they start bugling, I'm gonna have to determine where they're bugling and potentially make a move. Alright guys, little update. Haven't heard or seen anything since I moved down here. I don't know if, ever since some cowboys come through and kind of mucked it all up around here or what, but definitely had a lot more action this time yesterday and all through this morning, so I don't know. Those elk could be 5 miles away by now. But I'm gonna sit the night out here and hopefully something happens. Oh guys. The time has come. That wraps up day number 2 of the Colorado elk hunt. I don't know what happened, guys. Like, I was right on them, right on top of them all morning, and I don't know, them cowboys come through. Well, one cowboy and a hunter, and after they came through, man, I don't know, everything kind of just went south on us. So I'm coming back to this spot tomorrow morning, and if I don't hear or see any elk, I'm gonna try going down that ridge that way and maybe checking the south side of the property we're on. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and stick around because we got 3 more days yet to get a big bull in the ground. So I've been layering up with heavy chapstick. It's crazy up there. I just talked to Brett. He's got a cow down. So we finally got one down on day 3. Alright guys, I've been chasing after a bull. I don't know if he's seen me. Oh my god, you guys. I think I just got a bull.